right? 1 o'clock?
1:30.
1:30. And I'm about to infuse for the second time in 2 days. I've had a pretty bad bleed yesterday since I kind of did more than I was supposed to. I was hanging out with my kids, and I took them to Epic 6, and we played laser tag, and we did like this Ninja Warrior course. And either way, when I got home, I was done. I couldn't move from the bed. So all day today, I've been bed rest, and so I've been sleeping all day, and my ankle feels a lot better. So I'm gonna infuse, and hopefully by tomorrow I'll be a lot better. But we're doing a challenge. It's a hemophilia like infusion challenge. I was challenged by Brandon Brooks, and we're basically trying to just spread awareness and show the process that we go through each week in order to survive and just be, try to be normal humans. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it for you.
Oh,
What?
it was your video.
Oh.
Stop them.
So usually I start off with tape. So I take 2 pieces of tape. I get one like thin piece of tape and then a thicker piece, and then I'll connect it, or I'll place it like on the end of the table like this. And then I'll open up 2 boxes. I've got 6,000 units of factor. Yeah, exactly, Luis. When in doubt, factor up. Like it's kind of weird because like this is long-acting factor, so it's supposed to like last like a week or so in your system. But this bleed has been so bad that I definitely think I need to factor up twice. What did she say? I know. I had to miss a birthday party today because I couldn't leave the bed. Like literally, I crawled around my house all day today. I was on my knees. I was hopping everywhere. And then just now, ever since I took the Percocet, I'm able to actually apply pressure on my ankle. But I'm going to go ahead and infuse again and just make sure that I'm good for tomorrow. Hopefully after the Percocet wears off and I'm not in like a worse shape, but we'll see. Anyway, so I unboxed my medication. Basically it has, each one of these vials has a cap on it. I'll undo each cap. And then I have some like solution. So inside these bottles there's like powdered solution, or not solution, but like it's like a powder form, and I guess it's it's the factor, and it's I don't really know how to like word it or explain like what's in it, but I take the water, mix it in with the powder, and then I inject it. What's he say? Yeah, my ankles are jacked up so bad. Yeah, Michael said his ankles are jacked up. Yep, it's pretty bad right now, but I mean, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, like right now I'm happy, but I've been really depressed for quite a while now because of how bad my ankles are. But I'm trying to find answers. I've been making appointments with doctors and just trying to figure out how to get healthy, before I go off the deep end. So basically here's the vial, I connect this piece to the vial, and then I just push in the solution. But guys, this is what I do 2 times a week. I've had this disorder since I was a child. Back when I was a child, we didn't have access to medication in home, so we'd have to go to the hospital every single time that we needed to infuse. And that was a pain because you go to the hospital and you would wait. The medication is so expensive, they wouldn't have it on hand, and so they would have to ship it in, and you'd be in the hospital for it seemed like a day at a time. So usually I'll do this, kind of mix in the solution with the powder. I've got some alcohol pads. I'll get those ready. Usually I use the alcohol pads to wipe down the injection area, and then I also use it as like a gauze pad at the end to cover up the bleeding. What's up? Says he's watching from Bangladesh. That's awesome. But guys, I mean, I'm trying to get healthy, man. Like I said, I'm pretty jacked up these days right now. Like honestly, I'm severely depressed. I just got so much shit going on. Like, and I can't focus on life at all. Like I'm just like every single day I wake up and I'm thinking about how I'm gonna manage just walking. You know, just surviving. Just finding out a way to not feel pain. So, you know, I know a lot of people are going through this. You know, and it's not fun. And I'm doing my best to overcome it so that I could, you know, my whole like life motto is to use adversity to change lives. But sometimes you just got to take care of yourself first, you know. Like I like to be a leader in the community, but right now I've been keeping my mouth shut because, you know, I've got a lot of work to do on my own before I can help other people, you know. Like it's pretty tough. But I'm hoping I can get through it somehow and get back on track with fitness and everything that I'm doing. I know, I'm surprised, there's a lot of people up right now. Hey Benjamin, are you on the new medication? I think you are. I think you told me you are. So like there's like, for people who have like hemophilia A, I think there's a new medication out where you don't have to inject your veins like into your, like intravenously. So I think you can just like, it's like just anywhere really. What do they call that? Not intravenously, but like kind of like, well, like people who have diabetes and stuff, they just like you just inject it into the skin. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. They don't. I have hemophilia B, so it's not available for me yet. Subcutaneous. Yep. There it is. All right, guys. So now I have my needle. I use a 25 gauge, 25 3/4. Seems to work for me. So right now I'm using Alprolix. So this is my box that I'm using. It seems to be working, but you know, like I said, my ankles are so bad that I don't know. I don't really believe that there's a medicine on the market any different that's gonna like you know take care of all the damage that's already occurred. All right. So okay. I'm getting a little distracted, but I got my syringe and the medication's mixed up. So I'm going to go ahead and put the medication into the syringe. Yeah, Benjamin, I should have challenged you. But definitely do it. Like, you know, I know there's quite a few people out there that are like trying to start this, you know, movement just to kind of bring awareness of what it's like, you know, to infuse. And I think it's really cool. You know, any way we can promote it to the general public, people who don't understand what it's like. So, you know, definitely post a video, challenge 3 people, and let's just see if we can kind of get the ball rolling with this. I know Dr. Mike called me, and he asked me to do a video like this as well. And it just so happens at 1 o'clock in the morning, after a Percocet, I've got the energy to actually do this. Because honestly, I've been doing so bad, guys, that like I don't want to be on camera. You know, like I haven't been posting anything. I usually post like motivational stuff, fitness stuff, but like I'm just trying to survive right now, honestly. All right, so I attached the needle. I always attach my needle to the syringe. What did she say? Yeah, so I always attach the needle to the syringe, and then I'll kind of push some solution or some of the water through, and I make sure a couple drops come out of the tip of the needle. And then for me, like the biggest like game changer that I did was this piece of tape right here. So I just make sure my needle's aimed up properly, and then I put this piece of tape at the end of the little wings like that. And so when I inject it, I put the two pieces of tape down, and it really controls the needle to make sure it doesn't like back out. But so here's my veins right here. I only usually use the middle one. I've never really experimented using anything else. And so I don't know, just when I was a kid, I've learned to do one vein, and then ever since then, I've just been so comfortable doing that. All right, it's kind of dark in here, actually. Let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. 2, 3. All right. So I stuck it in the vein. I got a blood return. Put the tape down. I released the tourniquet like that, and then I just pushed the medication through. My girlfriend's kids love helping me out now. Like, it's really cool. It's kind of cute. You know, it actually makes me happy to like when they come over and they want to push the medication through and stuff. And then I use my little frozen table here. Yeah, Jennifer, thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, like I have a lot of stuff going on in my life. A lot of craziness, you know, like I still can't see my daughter, and you know, I'm going through a lot of stuff with hemophilia and just like, you know, mentally just trying to get back on track. And it's tough, you know, there's so many variables that I'm fighting right now. My back definitely seems to be against the wall, but you guys are going to notice, like on my Facebook and stuff, like I'm just tired, you know, like I'm tired of, like for a long time, you know, my whole mindset was to just keep quiet and kind of let things play out. And you know, I'm just getting tired though. Like, it's not working. So I feel like sometimes you just have to fight, you know? And so I'm not going to let people talk shit anymore. Like, I'm just going to start fighting. Like, you're going to see a different side of me. Like, I'm a nice guy, and I have awesome intentions. And I want to help people. But, you know, sometimes in this world, I think you just have to fight. And that's where I'm at. So yeah, I'm not doing well, but you know, luckily I have an amazing girlfriend, and you know, her family has been crazy supportive, and you know, I have a circle of people that I do trust, and I'm going to stick with those people, and you know, figure out how to get where I need to go. I mean, like, it's been crazy though. Like, I've been contemplating everything, you know, like I think about suicide all the time. I think about just moving. Like, sometimes I feel like I don't even want to fight anymore. I just want to like move, like go to a different state, never tell anybody like where I'm at, and just like start over, you know. And like sometimes I don't even, like, I get mad at the hemophilia community, and I don't even want to be involved anymore, you know. Like, sometimes I'm like, you know what, screw it. Like, I'm tired of waking up every day and just thinking about hemophilia, you know. And I know that that's just like a sick mindset of someone who's depressed, though, you know. And so I have to overcome that so that I can get healthy again, and so that I can get back to what I know my true purpose is. And it's easier said than done, and it's a work in progress. And I guess we'll just see what happens, you know. You know, some of the strongest hemophiliacs in the world, you know, people that we know have struggled, you know. Like, we talk about all these things about, you know, staying around the community and, you know, advocating for yourself, and you know, all this stuff is going to help people, like, not be, you know, help hemophiliacs not be depressed and stuff. But just recently, I mean, look at a guy that we all know, Barry Hardy, you know. I mean, he's just one of many, but he's a more well-known guy. But like, he was there, he was advocating, he was doing talks, inspirational stuff. Like, when he died and I found out that it was from suicide, that hit me really, really hard, because it just goes to show you that you can do all this amazing stuff for so long. You can cross off, you know, you can cross all the T's and dot the I's of what, you know, the hemophilia community says we need to do to be, you know, successful and healthy. But at the end of the day, when you're alone and you're still fighting, you get tired. And so if it goes to show you that, you know, with Barry's suicide, that like the strongest person can just give up, and that's worrisome, you know. And so I think there needs to be more. More needs to be done. More needs to be said. More needs to be talked about. New actions need to be put in place that just aren't there yet, you know. Like, we need to figure it out, though, because I'm telling you guys, I work in the industry, and there's people that I get to meet on a weekly basis, guys that I know that aren't involved in the industry. You know, they're not going to these events and stuff like that. And, you know, not everyone has, like, this perfect lifestyle that you guys all think about, you know, like, oh, you know, we're not everybody was raised with this perfect family who supported you and, you know, went to events and advocated for you and did all this stuff. There's so many people out there that are, you know, hemophilia is taking over their lives, and they don't have that circle. They don't have that family, you know, and they're struggling, and it's sad, you know, and it saddens me. And so there's too many. There's too many people that are struggling, and including myself. So we need to figure out something else to, you know, I don't know. I'm not really sure. But anyways, I'm done ranting. I'm done with my infusion. Covered it up. And hopefully I'll feel a little bit better tomorrow. But thanks for joining, guys. And those of you who I tagged, I hope you get a chance to go, you know, make a video. Even if I didn't tag you, make a video. Let's keep the ball rolling. And you know, we have a lot of work to do. And I hope we can figure it out. So, talk to you later, guys.